Still turning. The little wheel is still turning. Okay. Rabbi.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. So it's a 7 o'clock start time, which means this is our first family service, our family-friendly service of the new academic year. I was going to say the new Jewish year, but not yet. We'll be able to say that in another month. And what that means is I get to share this bima with some amazing people. To my far left, we have our awesome Kol Simcha choir. And joining me right here on the center bima is our own Catherine Kidd. So yes, we can do the same little riddles. That's awesome. And then over here is all of you. So welcome everybody, those joining us virtually, and those of us here in the sanctuary. Page 128 reminds us how good it is when we can be one good community, one full community.
Okay, here we go.
Together to share Shabbat on this evening. Please join me as we turn to page 120. As the Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. So we will turn now, facing page 120, to the blessings that welcome in Shabbat, beginning with kindling the lights of Shabbat. And there are 3 proud Kol Simcha moms here among us, Leslie and April and Julie. Come on in. Join us on the Tikvah. It was the honor of lighting the candles.
Really?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And we turn the page as we turn to Kiddush, the blessing over this sweet Shabbat beverage, grape juice or fruit of the vine. And I'm delighted to call up our proud Kosimcha dads to join me on the new record of wine.
The heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array. The heaven and the earth were finished in all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hooray, pre Adonai.
Amen. Let's join together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hooray, pre Adonai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'rantzavanu. V'shabbat kodsho v'yahava rantzon inhilanu. Zikaron l'maaseh l'resh. Kiyum tefillah l'mikra'ei kodesh. Zecher v'tzihat Mitzrayim. Kivanu Hamata, Yanu Kidasha, Nikohanim, V'Shabbat Koshema, V'Yahava argument amongst yourselves. Thank you. It's nice, Kosovo, right, to let your parents sing. We continue on page 138. Shabbat is our time of minucha, of rest and renewal. And often that comes with music. So we welcome Shabbat with the song Hyde. Wish one another a Shabbat Shalom. invite you to remain standing. Let's turn together to page 146. As one big community, we're called and invited to join in worship with the words of the Baruch. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, eternal God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai. You turn the page and say, Ahavat Olam, everlasting love. You offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on its teaching. They are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Elohim Yisrael.
La
Let's read responsibly the bottom of page 157. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say Adonai, there's one God in heaven and earth. The
The
high
heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again overcame for us as forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one in peace.
Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, Aporis Kat Shalom Aleinu, Yal Kol Amo Yisrael, Ve'al Yerushalayim. Continue to celebrate Shabbat with the words of the Shabbat. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat la'asot et haShabbat le'torat ha'berit olam. B'nei Yisrael hodi le'olam. We turn next to page 164. The words of Tefillah ask us to ask God to open our mouths. So it's kind of like a partnership here. We say, God, help us to pray, help us to be our best selves. Please rise.
Adonai, Sefatatita, Ufia, Gitali, Altecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol HaGibor HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zoker Chasei Elohim Hakol, U'mevin Gilua Midbeinehem, Leman Shemo Ve'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mevarei Hakol Atah Ve'Oshia, Morim Atah, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mekayem Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Zomer Tovim V'Rofen Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Vishenei Afar, Michamo Kapal Gevurot, Umito Mela, Melech Memi, Umekayem, Umatzmi Yeshiva, Ve'nemat Atah L'Tako, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei Hakol. Atah Kadosh, Shema Kadosh, U'Kedoshim B'Kol Yom Na'alu V'Selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated. Please join me on the top of page 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. So on page 177, we'll turn in a minute to our prayer for Thanksgiving, our prayer of gratitude. But before we read the words of the prayer book together, we get to create our own prayer. The way we do that is by thinking of blessings, things in your life that you're grateful for, maybe something particular that happened this week or in recent weeks, or maybe just something general that you're feeling thankful for. You may have a microphone. Feel free to raise your hand and I'll find you. Cousin Hyde is invited to participate as well.
Thankful about his son's surgery went successful.
Amen. Amen. We are all thankful. Awesome. What else?
thankful that all of us had a successful return to school.
Yeah. Successful return to school, everyone? That looks as successful as we're going to get.
I am very thankful for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, and praying my birthday, which is November 5th, is the best day ever!
We all wish you the happiest of birthdays. Anyone else?
That's a good note.
Oh, Selena.
All right, that's not going to.
I'm also thankful for my relationship with
Okay. Beautiful. I'm thankful he's got a great sister, too.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm grateful I had a successful trip to Canada, and you're proof of this. One more place, you were with me.
Oh, come on, that one wasn't in person. It was just a phone
I
call.
just said your name.
So, Jeff and I have a thing. I seem to follow him, or he follows me around the world, Israel, other places. So he claims when I call, forgetting that he was away, that he was just mentioning my name. So
Yes, it was.
that, and Teresa's going to back him up. So I guess there is a thing there, a connection. Well, friends, for all the things we've said out loud and all the blessings that we're grateful for all the time, let's read these words together. Top of 177. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shemcha, u'la'anayeh le'odot. 178, our Song of Peace. It's okay. We'll start and she'll join. Let's have a moment of
So to discuss my birthday? Yes, let's continue to discuss your birthday. Well, I'm having technical problems at the moment, so actually it's good.
So now it is time to sing our prayers for peace. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Dasim Leolam. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Dasim Leolam. Ki atah
Shalom Raha Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam.
Just drink in that word shalom for a few moments as we turn to our own private prayers and pray in silence.
Oh, say shalom Limrullah. Hallelujah, say shalom Aleinu. Be'avo Yisrael. Be'imru, be'imru, amen. Yah say shalom. Yah say shalom. Shalom Aleinu. Be'avo Yisrael. Yah say shalom, Yah say shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Be'avo Yisrael. Yah say shalom, Yah say shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Be'avo Yisrael. Yah say shalom, Yah say shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Be'avo Yisrael.
Let's take this moment to think about those we know who aren't feeling well tonight, who are in need of our prayers of healing, good health, continued health, and well-being. From our own Temple Tikvah family, we pray now for the health and the healing of Jamie Lippman Abish, Eileen Handacht, Ellen Bassick, Benjamin Menachem Frank, Carolyn Marone, Jane Bernstein, Arnold Block, Dennis Brenner, Jack Cases, Nora Correa, Toby Domash, Susan Zietzik, Janet Ewing, Arthur Fisher, Judy Fisher, Michelle Fisk, Evan Foster, Sandra Goldberg, Florence Goldring, Stephen Goldstein, Jean Gormley, Elise Grace, Lee Hawley, Marilyn Heckler, Enid Hirsch, Matthew A. Hood, Dacia Horowitz, Phyllis Horn, Stephen Israel, Toby Israel, Christine Jacobson, Danette Jamal, Roberta Khan, Louis Kaufman, Tatiana Kortunyuk, Michael Constant, Esther Krachevsky, Dylan Labisi, Lawrence Landy, Sandy Lay, Gail Levy, Paul Lipson, Aidan Moletsky, Robert Mandel, Robert Mannix, Barbara Massey, Susan Miller, Ashley Moranti, Adam Moranti, Patrice Newman, Nora Tsipora Batiwana, Andrew O'Donnell, Carla Osuna, Sophia Palladino, Esther Parker, Gerlinda Pescatori, Helga Pfeffer, Ben Pilch, Glenn Polotsky, Dean Powell, Carol Ryder, Julie Rosenberg, Laura Rosenspan, Renee Rosenthal, Jeannie Rudick, Sylvie Rubel, Adele Schoner, Hannah Rachelba, Miriam Charlotte, Miriam Schnuck, Claire Shapiro, Jeffrey Schoenholtz, Marjorie Schoenholtz, Edmund Steiner, Faye Strobel, Rhoda Strobel, Tova Bat Shifra, Arlene Iris Wisson, Yeshaya Bar Ephraim, Shirley Young. And to their names, I invite you, if you wish, to share with us the names of others for whom you wish to pray. And Stephanie.
Harry Potter and Harry Potter.
Thank you.
Marcel Bromberg.
Terry?
John Murray, Rosalie DiGiovanni.
And
Sandy Friedman, Carol Pollock, and Mary Llewellyn.
anybody from our choir? Holy One of blessing, we thank you for the gift of healing. Be with all of those who are suffering and bring them to the full healing of body, of mind, of spirit. Our prayer and song is on page 370. So we are in this month, the Hebrew month of Elul, which is the last month of the Jewish year and leads right into Rosh Hashanah and the season of repentance. A time where we start to think about what we could do better and what habits we might want to break and what habits we might want to strengthen. So I'm going to tell you a story. It's Persian, and it's a Persian folktale in origin. I changed it around a little bit because you know me. But what I'd like you all to do as we go through this story is think about how it relates to this season, what we can learn from the story. So here we go. Once upon a time, there was a husband and a wife who lived together in a modest, humble shack, but they were quite happy. They had a cow and a few other farm animals, and they got along just fine. Now, before we go any further, I named 3 characters, right? So I think we need names for them. Name for the husband, name for the wife, and yes, a name for the cow. Anybody want to volunteer? Jeremy? Yeah. Hunter. Husband is Hunter. Thank you. How about the wife? And just shout it out.
Katie.
Katie. So Hunter and Katie. Okay. And last but not least, the cow. Ava.
Johnny Appleseed.
Johnny Appleseed, thank you. So Hunter and Katie lived very happily together for many, many years. But after a while, Hunter kind of got a little bit lazy sometimes. So Katie made Hunter his breakfast and his lunch, and outside their hut, they heard moo. that Johnny Appleseed was saying, "It's time to milk me." Okay, so Johnny Appleseed is a girl now. Pardon me, I forgot that detail, but we're going to stick with the name. "Ooh, it's time to milk me." And Katie said, "Hunter, why don't you go out and milk Johnny Appleseed?" And Hunter said, "Oh, I'm just too tired to do it." Katie said, "But I did it yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that. It's your turn." And Hunter said, "I just don't feel like it." Well, Katie got really angry and said, "You lazy, good for nothing! You need to do this!" And Hunter yelled back, "Who are you calling a lazy, good for nothing?" And they shouted, and before you know it, they were shouting and shouting at each other, and the voices got louder and louder, and their complaints got stronger and stronger, and finally Katie said, "That's it. The next person who says one word has to milk Johnny Appleseed tomorrow." Well, that quieted the conversation quite a bit. Hunter buttoned up his lip, and Katie buttoned up hers. And they sat that way the rest of the evening. Well, morning came, and they were both determined not to talk. So they went to breakfast, and Katie plunked the breakfast down on the table, but she didn't say a word. And Hunter growled at her with his face, but not his words. And he ate, and they sat in silence, and sat and sat. Well, Katie finally decided that she was not going to be happy sitting there all day in the sun. So she left the house and went away. And Hunter was left there in the house with the door just a little bit ajar. And soon enough, a beggar came knocking on the door and said, "Excuse me, this family's been so good to me before, and I'm really hungry, and I could use something to eat. Can I come in?" Well, Hunter thought about answering, but then he thought, "No, this is a trick. Katie's got somebody planted to be here, and if I say a word, I'm going to have to milk Johnny Appleseed." So Hunter got quiet. And the beggar said, "Okay, then you're okay with me coming in." And the beggar came in and said, "You have a beautiful breakfast laid out here, and I'm really hungry. Thank you so much for giving me this food." And the beggar sat down and ate Hunter's breakfast. Not only that, the beggar said, "Can I see what's in your refrigerator too? You don't mind, right?" Hunter thought about saying something, but he did not want to lose the bet, so he kept quiet. And the beggar opened the refrigerator and took out milk and a bunch of apples and a big hunk of bread and said, "Thank you so much," and left. Well, Hunter wasn't so happy, but he was feeling kind of proud of not saying anything. Soon, there was another rap at the door. And this time, it was the friendly traveling barber who said, "Hello, Hunter. I see your beard is just getting a little bit straggly and it needs to be trimmed. I'm here coming by to trim your beard." And Hunter thought, "Okay, usually I don't do this here, but that's fine. He's here. And maybe this is somebody else sent by my wife, Katie." So he didn't say anything, but he sat in the chair. And the barber came and indeed trimmed his beard very nicely. And Hunter looked at himself in the mirror and said, "Oh, that's nice. I like that." He said it to himself, though. He did not say it out loud. And the barber said, "Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. That will be," it's a good price for a trimmed beard. That'll be $50,000. And Hunter's eyes got big, but he didn't say anything. He also did not open his mouth. And the barber said, "Come on, what, my work's not good enough? Pay me, if not $50,000, I'll settle for $10,000. Hunter still didn't say anything, though he was getting pretty mad. The barber said, "You are not a good customer. You always pay, but why aren't you giving me any money? And why aren't you giving me an explanation for why you're not giving me any money?" But Hunter kept remembering the bet, kept his lips sealed. Well, the barber went away very angry. So angry that when he walked through town, he told everybody, "Hunter's acting really strangely now, and he's not really even talking to anyone, and the door's open to his house, and he's just something's not right." And it just so happened that there was a thief who heard those words. And the thief took advantage of this moment and went over to Hunter and Katie's house. And the door was still a little open, and he peeked his head in, and he said, "I'm going to come in unless you tell me not to." Hunter didn't know who this person was, but he thought, what could happen now anyway? So he didn't say anything. And the thief came in and said, "What lovely silver candlesticks and gold goblets you have up there. I happen to have a sack, and I'm going to take them all, unless you say something." And Hunter really was tempted. But he remembered his bet, and he was sure this person was been sent from his wife. And so sure enough, the thief kept on going like that until he took everything of value from Hunter and Katie's house and put it in a sack and left, smiling all the way. Well, soon enough, there was a loud noise from the barn. Everybody, "Moo!" Poor Johnny Appleseed was so angry that nobody had milked her. And that noise was so loud it reverberated through the whole village, and Katie kind of got fed up and said, "Okay, I'm going to come home and milk her and see what's happening." And before she could even get there, the Johnny Appleseed got out and ran through the town. And Katie came home and came into the house, and she saw everything that had happened to the house, that there was no gold and silver anywhere. And she opened the refrigerator and there was no food anywhere. And she said, "Hunter, what happened?" What did Hunter do?
I won.
He laughed. "I won my bet. Look, you spoke first." And Katie, what do you think Katie's reaction was?
Maybe not as joyous.
What was that?
I said, I don't think she was as joyous as
Maybe not quite as joyous. Not only was she not joyous, she said, "You cared enough about not taking care of that cow more than about us and our house. I am so angry with you that I am walking out." And she walked out in a huff. And she stayed out all that night. But the next day, she decided to come back and see what had happened. And sure enough, Hunter had made breakfast. And Hunter had washed the dishes. And Hunter had milked Johnny Appleseed. And Katie said to him, "Oh, this looks different." And he said, well, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what he said yet. I will tell you what he said at the end. But first, I want you to tell me what, if anything, this story has to do with this season of April. What do we learn from this story? Milk your cow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Betty. I don't know if I can reach you. Just shout it out, okay?
Do not be stubborn.
Not be stubborn. All right, yes. Some of us can get really stubborn and we really stick to something even if it's not good for us. Thank you. Let's hear some more. Charlotte. Don't be Don't be lazy. Boy, it's so tempting, isn't it? God, especially when you're going from summer to fall, right? Summer tends to be a little slower. Fall is like suddenly you got to put the classes and clothes and everything. Don't be lazy. Lena.
Don't leave your door open.
Don't leave your door open. That's not a bad one either. Yeah. Awesome. So, yes, yes, and yes to all of these. And here's the thing. This season of Teshuvah, this time when we're trying to make ourselves into the best people we can be, sometimes it takes some work. Sometimes we get a little lazy. Sometimes it takes being a little less stubborn. Right? We like to say, I'm always right. But we're not. So what we can do instead is remember the people we love, the people we care about, and remember that we can be better with just a little bit of effort. Happy Elul. We're going to turn back to our prayers now, beginning on 586. I invite you to please rise as we open the Ark for a moment. I was walking my dog, as I do most mornings. This was Wednesday morning, and I happened to walk past a school in my neighborhood. And I hadn't been thinking much as I was walking. It was early. But then I saw all of the flags planted in the ground in front of the school, and all of the children standing silently. As you no doubt know, Wednesday was September 11th. 23 years ago, that was a very dark day in America's history. I was living in Manhattan at the time. I know many of you have stories of escapes, near misses, of friends, co-workers that you know were lost on that tragic day. We Jews are a people of memory. We never forget. And in remembering, we honor the lives of those who were lost on that day. And we also, at this moment, honor the many heroes who went in to save lives, to try to comfort people, to try to continue to pray for peace. So in a moment, we will remember all of them along with our loved ones, as we will turn to the words of the mourner's Kaddish. But first, let's think as well, in addition to those who perished on September 11th, let us think of all of those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and our neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race, every nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. Let us give thanks for all of the love that they gave us and the legacy they leave us. In this period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning from our own temple community, remember Robert Bader, remembered by his children Randy and Howard and their families, his temple family. And we remember Stephen Berman, remembered by his wife Maureen, his children Matthew and Brian and their families. And this week we remember those whose yahrzeits occur this season. With love we remember Bernard Bertan, the father-in-law of Lorraine Bertan, Ben Goldberg, father-in-law of Selma Goldberg, Renee Heimendinger, the father of Nancy Kiss, Sidney Hirsch, father of Mark Hirsch, Henry Hoffer, the father of Roberta Hoffer, Sylvia Kastner, the mother of Marcia Kastner, Helen Coleman, the mother of Joan Wiener, Alice Kramer, mother of Joel Kramer, Frances Lepselter, the mother of Ira Lepselter, Ree Marcus, the mother of Suzanne Plaster, Pearl T. Neff, mother-in-law of Joanne Neff, Eric Newman, father of Michael Newman, Ethel Pukash, mother of Merrill Fishkin and Joy Diamond, Sarah Ross, mother of Martin Ross, Shirley M. Roth, the mother of Elaine Farber, Eugene Rubin, brother-in-law of Bess Robbins, Harold Schoenhout, husband of William Schoenhout, and father of Aileen Schoenhout, and Gabriel Sion, the uncle of Madeline Wolf. We join those names to remember all of those who perished in the tragedy of September 11th, 2001. And to their names, I invite you to add others if there are specific people you are remembering. Dan?
Just yesterday, so the town went out there at the funeral with your friend, no, with us, it's certain.
His memory be a blessing. Thank you, Carolyn.
My friend Nancy Abney.
Thank you. Thank you. Sandy? Thank you. John?
Tom Swift,
Julie?
Guy Barsby, 9/11.
Joe?
Robert Caulfield, 9/11.
Zichanam Livracha. May the memories of those we knew and loved, and the memories of the heroes and the righteous evermore continue to be a blessing to us all. Let's sanctify their memories as we turn together to page 598 and rise as one community for God's touch. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad divrach yiruteh v'yalin malchuteh, v'chayei hom v'yomeh hom, v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'hagalah v'zman hariv v'imru amin, Yehei shemei Rabbah v'barach v'elam l'mei maya, Yivarach v'yishtabach v'yifa'ar v'yifa'am v'yinaseh, Yitzadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei v'yishar richu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shiata, Tushbachata v'nechamata, Damiran v'yalma v'yimru amin, Yehei shlam ha'rabba min shemaya, V'chaim aleinu v'yarkol Yisrael, v'yimru amin, Oseh shalom v'noma, U'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'yarkol Yisrael, v'yarkol Yoshvei Tevel, v'yimru amin.
Oseh shalom v'brava, U'yaseh shalom, Alleluia.
invites us to remember, to grieve, and yet also to dance. So since this is our first family service of this season, and it is the second week of the month of September, it's time to celebrate our September Simchas. Raise your hand if you have an anniversary in the month of September. Raise your hand if you have a birthday in the month of September. That's sad. Raise your hand if there is something else that is significant that you are celebrating in this month of September. And if your hand has gone up, or if somebody's encouraging you, come on up on the Tikvah so we can celebrate with you. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to scoot over a little bit so enjoy the Tikvah. I'm going to invite you to say your name, even if you think everyone knows it, and what you're celebrating, and what the date is, if it's connected to a date, and how you're celebrating, if you choose to do so. We'll start over here.
Hi, my name is Robin. My birthday was September 6th. It was a beautiful day, and my husband and I went out. Went to a place on the water, so lovely view.
Lovely. Water, yes. Beautiful. Thank you, and happy birthday.
Thank you.
And who's talking here?
Me.
Why am I surprised?
My mom's birthday, September 6th. 7th.
So good. Do you want to tell everybody your mom's name?
Ramona Jones.
Excellent. And you want to tell everybody your name?
Benji Jones.
And you want to tell everyone your brother's name too, since they're all.
Jacob Mitchell Jones.
Okay, beautiful. And how did you celebrate?
I went to a mitzvah.
Nice, yes. That's wonderful. Lovely, lovely. Happy birthday.
My name's Jody. So it's time to think. August 20th was my 35th wedding anniversary. Thank you. On September 3rd, I turned 65.
Can you do that again? That's why I wanted. That's what 65 looks like. Strong and powerful. Happy anniversary and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Leslie. On September 4th, I celebrated my birthday by starting my 20th year as a kindergarten teacher and then going out to dinner with my lovely family.
That is awesome. Lovely family. Did you pick a nice spot to go out to dinner?
It was very nice. We had a good time.
It was wrong, right? Not too.
Happy birthday. Any other Simchas here we're celebrating? Okay, good. Not yet. See, that was spoken by the mom of a bat mitzvah to Jesus. It's going to be a wonderful year to celebrate here. Allow me to offer you all this blessing, and for any of you who also fall into the category of having something to celebrate. Elohim, Elohei Avotinu, Kikmotinu, eternal God, God of our ancestors, of the future, of the past, and of this moment. Thank you for the joy you brought into our lives. Bless all of you with a happy birthday and a happy anniversary in this month of September. May this be a time to celebrate the past, but also a time of new beginnings. May you feel your life unfolding ahead of you with joy and laughter. May you celebrate with the people you love, whether it's a nice dinner or a good piece of cake or a hug from a loved one. May you be blessed with joy and happiness. May your years ahead be filled with joy as well. Let us all say, Amen. Celebrate with a happy Happy birthday, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
And many, many more.
Thank you.
We turn next to our announcements for this evening. Our Tikvah officer tonight is in the flock.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
shalom. Thank you, Rabbi, Catherine, and the Colson Choir for a really beautiful service. Welcome back, Catherine, for the coming year. And we're fortunate to have you. And to the Colson Choir, we look forward to having future family services, and it's great to hear your voices. So thank you. Torah study will meet tomorrow via Zoom beginning at 9 a.m. Please use, what time?
9:15.
Oh, 9:15. And there's a new Zoom link, so please look at the weekly update and you'll find it. Choir rehearsal, cardio, core, and more, and on the mark will meet at their regular time during the week. Tomorrow, Saturday evening, at 5:30, we're holding a blessing of the animal Havdalah service. We'd like to encourage you to come, bring your animals, four-legged kind, the slinky kind, the kind that slithers through the grass, the hopping kind, whatever kind, stuffed animal, whatever is important to you. On Sunday, we're having a joint event with the North Country Reformed Temple in Glen Cove, in which we'll partake with them in a brunch and postcarding event and discuss Proposition 1, the New York State Equal Rights Amendment, and protecting reproductive rights. On Tuesday, September 17th, we'll have the first of a two-session High Holiday Adult Learning course with Temple Bethel on preparing for the High Holidays. Please join our own Rabbi, Randy Scheinberg, and Temple Bethel's Rabbi, Brian Stoller, for learning and lively conversation. The first session will be held at Temple Tikvah. Session 2 will be held at Temple Bethel on Tuesday, September 24th. On Friday, September 20th at 6:30, Tikvah Tots will celebrate Shabbat. Also on Friday, September 20th, we hope you'll be attending our social action Shabbat with guest speaker, Assemblywoman Gina Salidi, who will speak in support of the New York State Equal Rights Amendment to encourage voting for New York State's Proposal 1, which is geared to protecting New Yorkers' rights and freedoms, including the right to abortion care. On Sunday, September 29th at 11:15 a.m., please join us for Slichot when we change our Torah mantles to High Holiday White and begin the season of repentance. And please add your name to the Rosh Hashanah card to wish fellow congregants a happy and sweet New Year and to help support the temple. And as always, check the weekly update for additional information and appropriate virtual links for all events and RSV information for various events. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you, Vivian. So lots going on, as you can hear, and we hope to see you often. We are going to conclude on page 645 with a blessing that our journeys, whether they're actual travel or the start, our journey into this new year, these journeys may enable us